Hi all. This is the day. One second. Day five of the public speaking practice, and one of the topics that I would like to talk is the Indian economy. So I'm really worried about the Indian economy. So I'm not. I'm not that good. I don't know much about the Indian economy, but still I would like to share something about the Indian economy. And please, if I do something, if I speak something wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me because I'm not. This is a practice session than a clear documentation. So let's start with the Indian economy. Since the independence, there are a few changes that have just happened in the Indian economy since then. First one is the 1951, the 5-year plan, and there are other economical changes happened in the system. So previously we used to have the economic system where a centralized government system where the government used to take control of every single thing, just like the Russians used to do back then. So we used to focus more on the Russians system of economy. So we used to copy them. What they do, we do. If they do centralize, we used to centralize. So everything was under the central government back then, and there were a lot of corruption back then. And after the fall of the Russian government back then, so we were confused what we have to do, where we have to take this into, where we have to, what we have to do now. So because since we were copying the entire system from the Russians, we don't have our own identity. Still, we don't have our own identity. USA have Bollywood. We just copy it to Bollywood. So whatever they do, we do. Whatever they do in the academic awards, we just copy the same thing in the academic awards in our award functions. That's what we are. We are just copies of what is it? First world countries. We are just copies of first world countries. Then later on, now we have discussion. The government is the economy is falling, and who's responsible? Is the government responsible for everything? We should we actually focus on the blame everything on the government, and government is responsible for everything. We are blaming on Modi. The opposition is blaming on Modi. Modi is silent about the economy, and the problem here is who are the players. So since in 1951 we were the central government was the players. So we could have blamed the government system. The government is corrupted and the government is everything. But now, since in the 1991, we had changes in the economy, the economic liberation, which is 1991, the economic liberation, the LPG model, liberalization, privatization, and globalization of the Indian economy. So now the central has left everything for the citizens. So we have the control over the economy now. So should we? How does the economy runs on? The economy runs on the international. The fall of drop is not just because of the government. It is because of our own productivity also. See, what caused the actual global market focuses on economical fundamentals, not because it's a federal system, it's a globalization, so it's about our import and exports and everything. So who's actually to be blamed? The government is just for the building a what do you call that? Building something for us. What do you call that? I'm not getting the right word. Infrastructure, I guess. Infrastructure. I just use the word infrastructure. And the rest of the work is done by the Indians and not since we know that we have received the economic liberation in 1991, and we have the power to do things global in the private sectors and have the power to import and export, do things. And is the government responsible for the entire Indian economy? That's one thing that I would like to talk. Then the next thing is, should we build another economic system, something new, because it was in the 1991 such a big change has happened. Later on, in the 1994, there was another changes in the economy system. No, so due to the IT, and 2000, due to the IT boom, there was a little changes. So is it time for the saying that Indians need a change in the economic system, because we are the drop in the rupees? Should we have a new system? And when you see when you consider the there's another point that I would like to say is the education systems. We nearly have 250 to 270 million students studying economy. Business 40 to 55 million students on business studies, and commerce students, business and commerce students, and 5 to 10 million economic students. The grand total would be, out of them, grand total would be 50 to 70 million. It's what they are saying, the data saying. So I don't know much, because this is just a practice video. So I may discuss about this kind of things in the future with a clarity. So out of for 50 to 70 million students who are capable of fighting for their freedom and fighting for answers against the government, why are they just not fighting for the economy of India? Not just the government of India, fight for the nation of India. They are actually PhD in economy. There are students, there are subjects like PhD in economy. It's not subject. They have PhDs in economy, and they have masters and bachelors who are studying now. There are institutions like IIMs and such big institutions in India, and none of them actually bringing new ideas and presenting to the government. So if the students can actually fight against the government, the students could actually build a system for the government for the next 10 to 20 years. We are not talking about just 4 to 5 parliament members. We're not just talking about 500 parliament members and some other thousands or hundreds and thousands members. We are talking millions of students who can actually are educated, who are actually fighting for the nation, should actually fight for the economy of India also. So this is just a blank, unedited video. In the future, I may talk about this again by studying more information, collecting more information. This is actually a daily recording and daily presenting video. I haven't studied more content about this. So future, I will study more and create videos. Basically, this is more about what you say, that economic, public speaking. How I'm trying to develop my public speaking skills. So I'm just focusing on that only. So I don't know how clear I am in presenting. In future, I will present it more. This is my practice. This is my practice to improve my public speaking skills. And what about the public speaking skills? I need more and more. I need to focus more on the public speaking, because I have to learn. I have to bring new strategies to improve my public speaking skills. Should I use? So I have a few techniques. I don't know whether it will work in improving the way I speak. It may. So there are a few skills. This is week 1, right? So I'm just focusing on how to present, how to be confident in the front of the camera, like that. So next week, I will focus more on the training. More the exercises and all those things, develop myself. And about this economy, I think government is the only thing that has to focus on everything on the economy, because we can build something good. I mean, the startup hubs in India, the startup hubs and the IT boom is not caused just by the government. The government can only build uh, infrastructures for the people. We build. So the government says we build. You do the work. Okay, the government is just a representative. Modi is just representatives of India, and he is just representing us. And the backbone is the citizens. He is just a face of the nation, and you are the backbone of the. Your backbone and the body itself is weak. The face will fade. So the face doesn't matter. It's foundation. If the foundation itself is weak, what is the use of the face? So what is the use of the face? It's just a face, and you are the nation. We can't actually say. We can't just blame it all on the government. It is also about us. What we have to do in the future, in 10 years, how nation should be. And based on that, the government should pass bills, create new economic system, just like in the 1991 and 1914 and 1991, 2000 and 2014, based on the changes. If the people, we don't do anything, we don't change, what changes can the government do? It's also the question. And if you have more suggestions of you, if you have put your thought, if you're watching this video, if you have more ideas, just share it with me. And I'm an amateur. I'm trying to. The video is mainly about my public speaking journey, and please give me more suggestions on the improvement of my. Where I have to improve, and then next week on, I would like to have train more, put more practice and strategy to improve my communication skills. So thank you.